Good afternoon. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. This is Dr. Barry G, also known as Houston's Dancing Psychiatrist. Hoping you all had a great Sunday so far. I had the joyous opportunity of speaking with three nice young ladies at a coffee shop called Blacksmith that I like to go to by my house. What a delightful conversation. And y'all three out there, y'all made my morning. What a great conversation. Hope to see y'all in my Zumba class too. Now, want to discuss with you a brief article I read, a very good article in Men's Health and Fitness. It was in the winter 2026 edition. Actually, it may have been winter 2025. It was the previous winter edition. And it was talking about nicotine. And, we've always talked about harm reduction in psychiatry. What does harm reduction mean? Good question. I'm glad y'all asked. Harm reduction refers to doing a behavior that reduces the consequence of the behavior. Say, for example, we think going from cigarette smoking to vaping may be a harm reduction, although it still has quite a bit of health risks associated with it. So in this case, they talk about is nicotine pouches. So you're getting the nicotine, i.e. the stimulant aspect of it, without getting the tars, the hydrocarbons, and quite the risks that you get with either nicotine cigarettes or even with vaping, which is hazardous to your whole oral esophageal route. So the concept is that harm reduction in nicotine patches, people still get the serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine, and acetylcholine effects of nicotine without some of the other risk factors. So probably on a risk factor basis, probably is a harm reduction. I would say definitely a harm reduction, but simply I'm not advocating for, or if you're going to use it in very small amounts. And that's the hard thing. Use it in small amounts is difficult. Look, during work days, I use an oat milk latte or an almond milk latte. That's my way to get that caffeine, that stimulant effect. But it's not without consequences. My blood pressure probably goes up. It does go up. My heart rate goes up. So there are consequences to that. And when I don't use it on a day, I do feel it. I feel lethargic. I feel fatigued. And that's the problem with the nicotine replacements, is that you are going to miss it if you don't take it, and you're going to find that you build up to higher levels. Why does that happen? It happens because your body does something called upregulate. When you use a substance like nicotine, what you're going to do is wind up upregulating, not downregulating, upregulating your dopamine receptors, which means in order to get that same effect of drive, energy, motivation, alertness, you're going to have to take more dopamine, i.e. use more of the pouch or the oral medication. So that's the problem. You're going to wind up getting higher and higher doses, just like people with caffeine wind up doing that, or cigarettes. It is addicting. So that being said, what I'm saying is I never try to tell you how to do things. I just try to make you aware of things. If you are going to use it, be very careful with your usage, just like I try to be careful with my coffee intake, even my matcha tea intake, and my other caffeine intakes and other stimulant intakes. Hopefully that's helpful. Men's Health and Fitness in the winter edition does a very nice discussion article of it. I highly recommend you read it. It's very well written, and this is from a physician stating that I think it was extremely well written and very informative. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy the commercials. Dancing Psychiatrist, Houston's Dancing Psychiatrist, Dr. Barry G. No class Tuesday. Next time I'm teaching is Friday morning. Aqua Zumba, Friday night, Land Zumba. Let me know if you want to come. I'll get your free pass, and y'all have a great day.